And hello again, everybody, from the St. Louis Park Rec Center. It is the Tradition in the Park Holiday Classic featuring the Lakeville South Cougars and the Benilde St. Margaret's Red Knights. Both these teams coming off wins yesterday. For the Cougars, it was a 6-0 win over Elk River as they improved their record to 7-1. Meanwhile, the Red Knights were winners by a score of 4-3 over Holy Family Catholic. By a score of 4-3. It was a Jackson Bisson goal with 4 minutes left. That was the difference maker in that game, as the Red Knights improved their overall record to 5-3-2. For the Cougars, this is a team that can put the biscuit in the basket. 5 out of their 8 games played so far have featured games with 5 goals or more. So 5 of 8 games, 5 goals or more, and in 4 of those 5 games, they've scored 6 or more. Yesterday, Cade Ehrenholz had 3 assists. Jack Novak had 3 assists. Meanwhile, they rode the crest of the hat trick from Zach Ulrich, who had the hat trick in the single period in the second frame as he was on fire. Reese Calderon also lit the lamp for their hockey club. Yesterday for the Red Knights, Bisson had a goal and an assist for them. Nate Schweitzer, a pair of assists. Jonah Mortensen also had a goal and assist in the hockey game. Meanwhile, Lakeville South's goaltender Ethan Dahlmeyer had a 19-save shutout in goal. And we are now going through the starting lineups. We went through the Red Knights. The big point getters yesterday, Ulrich and Novak will start up front with Cade Ehrenholz. Those 3 players combined for 9 points. Malinsky will be one of your defensemen for the Cougars. And in goal today will be Cody Tyson. He'll get the nod today, and we will pause now for your national anthem. I was just asked where my other headset is. I sent it home with Bart Archer because he has this raging cold. Like, there was body fluids everywhere. So I said, you just take that, and in fact, you can keep it forever. Don't even bring it near me. Bart will be joining us later here this afternoon. Tanner Lalick's going to make his MN Hockey debut, MN Hockey TV debut behind the mic. Guy's as cool as a cucumber. Don't forget, over on our other channel, we got some action going on at the Plymouth Activity Center. Be sure to follow us at Twitter, at MN Hockey TV as well. We have our viewer guide. We've got a total of 10 games today. Is it 10? 4 here, 8, yep, 10. It'll be Bisson to lean in with a big assignment here today against Ulrich in his lineup. which was so good last night as we're underway from the rec center. Played over to the near side, controlled by Schweitzer up at center ice. He'll be jammed on the play. That was Ulrich to throw the leather there. It's a big game for the Red Knights at 5-3-2, riding the ship. You know, I know there's some panic setting in from the faithful, not with the club. Bisson loads it up. There's a shot in on goal as Tyson makes the save. He enters this game with a 4-0 record on the season. He has a 1.0 goals against average, 2 shutouts to go along with his ledger, and a save percentage of .947. So he's been rock solid, silky smooth in goal for his club. On the other side, it's the mainstay, Carson Limesand. He's been playing since his freshman season, now in his junior year with the Red Knights. And his record on the campaign, 3-2-2. There's a shot that's steered out of there by Tyson. And his 1.78 goals against average has been very impressive, with a .919 save percentage and 2 shutouts as well. You know, when you think about Carson Limesand's numbers, a 1.78 goals against average and a .919 save percentage, with his 5 games he's lost 2 or tied 2. So they're not losing by much, and he's keeping them in every game. That's what that statistic tells you. As we're going to play this one now back in behind the net, James Callahan. There's a wrister that misses the mark. That one by Tanner Ludke. And now it's going to be Marshall deep in behind his own net by the corner. Sarsland outlets to the left wing side. Here's Ellings. He looks to find some room, but he's forced wide. Good defensive positioning there by Rubishko. Up front, there's Warner. His shot deflects. That one off a stick up high in the slot area. That was Ashton Doms. He had a goal yesterday for his addition. Off the bench, that's going to be played through. Will Thompson is there. Good to see Jack Jablonski's in the house. We've shared the microphone quite a bit here. I think that's why I was being asked where my second microphone was. Now it's going to be Bischel. His shot deflects up off the netting and out of play as we'll reset back into the Lakeville South zone with 15:20 to go. You know, one of the discussion points I had on this Red Knight edition and roster yesterday is there was a moment when they scored on a power play. It was a one-timer from Marshall from the right dot, and it was a terrific setup. And he absolutely delivered the goods there and was terrific. Bischel now. Leans in with Ulrich. There's a redirect. Oh, that one is whistled down quickly. Let's take a look at this one on the replay here. They're going to say man in the crease. That's always an interesting call because when the puck's there, I've always been a believer. See that right there? He kind of got dumped into him there. Unless the net got knocked off its post. I wasn't sure. I didn't quite see what happened. But if the puck's there, what are you supposed to do? Callahan plays that one. It's just one of those hockey things. I don't know. Into chase is Brady Geertsen. Like throws the body there. Now from the right point, there's a shot that's steered wide. Callahan on that opportunity. That'll be gathered in by the defense. Back in from the corner. Rubishko tries to play this one up the left wing wall, but the Red Knights close on the forecheck. There's a touch pass to center. Sarsland shuts that down. Callahan across center. He'll work it across the line. He's got Like and Conley with him. Here comes Asher Conley back in behind the net. Poke to the corner. Down low is Callahan. Conley takes over. He tries to find some real estate. Finds Like. Like will take this one to the top of the circle. There's a shot. Callahan rebound. Now it's going to be Geertsen's shot. Oh, that nearly found its way through the wickets on Cody Tyson, but instead it's going to be the Cougars. The pace and tempo of the Red Knights is considerable here, and it's right now got the Cougars a bit back on their heels in the early going. Pulled away now. Ulrich with it. Back up through center, 2-on-2. That's off the hand and mitt of Schweitzer. Steered aside. That's bumped off the boards. That's fanned on. Now Schweitzer will have that puck roll on him, and they're going to walk this one down low. There's a chance up over the top of the glass. Now, down goes a player. Bisson was nearly off to the races. Now Gay comes over to help him out. Now it's going to be from the corner. Steered aside by Limesand. Good chance there. Red Knights want transition through center. Nice feed to Gay. Up comes Foley. Foley takes the feed. Scores! Oh, what a transitional play. That's the Red Knights we've come to see over the past decade or so, but this is exactly what they do. He drew in the defense, found Cooper Gay, up steps Foley, the defenseman, and he goes up top past Tyson for the 1-0 lead. There's a shot that's off the end boards. Left wing side for Ellings. Marshall wants the one-timer. They fight that one off the end boards. Now Ellings the wraparound. That's stopped by Tyson. Here's Marshall, want to lift the backhand up over the sprawling pile, and Marshall now will angle and send that one deflected nearly by Messenberg to the back of the net. Now it's going to be handled into the corner. Callahan with it. Callahan will walk and control. Plays this one up high for Schweitzer. Wrister deflected. Nice job by, that's two good deflections by 20. Messenberg up in front. Body positioning there off the corner, but up high to the line. That's Schweitzer to keep it alive. Nice feed. Messenberg on the move. Callahan snap shoots. That one misses the mark. Bounding puck played back around. Now it's Callahan with it. Fans on it. Oh, poked away from him. Here comes the foot race for the loose puck. It's going to be Tanner Lutke. He ran out of gas. He's going to change. They were defending the whole period or shift there, so best to get off and get a new fresh set of legs. Oh, turned over, in on goal. Scores! Oh, what a quick turnover. It's Doms. Picks up his second goal of the weekend. On the big turnover there. Ooh, that's no man's land there. Limesand could just kind of come out. He was stuck, hung out to dry, as we like to say. 7-1 are your shots on goal in favor of BSM. The first one goes in on a breakaway. Tough one for Limesand to be indoctrinated to. Red Knights pick up where they left off, back in the offensive zone. That Foley shot is deflected and turned aside. Now it's Bischel. He is checked off that one. Warner will stay on it. Bischel takes over. They might have been the Red Knights' best line yesterday, this trio of Bischel, Thompson, and Warner. They've been that way much of the year. Glove down by Foley, who's going to throw that one back in behind the net. Tyson will set up. Rubishko is there, puts on the brakes. Now he'll walk right up the middle. He's forced to the right wing side. That was off the stick of Norling, turned aside by Limesand, bumped the boards by Warner. Thompson takes over, bumps back to Thompson, or Warner rather. That attempt is wide of the mark by Bischel, as Bischel is checked and tries to work his way away from Rubishko, and does, keeps the feet moving. Nice work out of the corner. Bischel loses the handle. Here comes a foot race for that one. Somehow Schweitzer gets a skate on that, but it's played back into center. The back support's real good. Kroll was jammed by Warner. Back behind they go, D to D. Ahead it goes to Cooper Gay. He's back in across the line, guides this one in. Gay gets his own puck, as there was Bassan to create some of a pick for him along the end boards, and the puck will lay right off the side of the net. Gay wraps his man up. Now it's the Cougars. Webster with it. Hunter Webster plays out to center, knocked into the zone by Calderon. Schweitzer is checked on the play. He goes down. Webster continues the battle from the corner. And there's Callahan to assist in the transition quick out of the zone for the Red Knights. Gay with it. Ahead to Bassan. Bassan goes outside in on the move to the corner as he works his way back into the corner. Looks for Mortensen, now up high to the line. There's Sarsland, a quick shot. Stick save as that one trickles wide and is knocked out of there by Tyson. Back up into the neutral zone it goes. It's 1-on-4. And that's going to be sent in by Novak as he's going to work it with Sarsland. Sarsland pinned up off the corner. Now it's the Cougars with 9:35 to go in the first. 1-1 your score from the St. Louis Park Rec Center. Thanks for joining us at the Tradition in the Park Holiday Classic. Also, we have the Tradition at Pick, all one weekend festival series, if you will. A series of 12 games each from each rink put on by John Barger. He's brought this event back better than ever. Ulrich plays that one back in. Now there's Aaron Holz. There's a shot and a chance up front. Great opportunity there. That was Novak on the bid. Foley tugged on, stays with it. Now he's going to bump the boards to the right wing side. Pinching down on that was Ulrich. Now to the line. Opting to hang on is Griffin Lutke as that's blocked. It's going to be Ellings back up through center. Ellings will play it deep as the Red Knights will go to work. Griffin Lutke plays it to the near boards. And that's off the toe of the stick and back into the neutral zone. Back and across the line they go. There's a one-timer hit as he shot was Griffin Lutke. And back to the neutral zone it goes. Baki is there to play that one in behind the net. Set up by Limesand. Forecheck ensues. Now it's going to be handled by Messenberg. Finds Schweitzer at center. He's checked by Doms. He has his team's lone goal. Baki is there. Lifts this one back up down into the corner. They have a man open in front. That was Miller. Eli Miller wearing sweater number 37. Like with it, carries to center. He's got energy through. Oh, Logan Like strong on the puck. Takes it to the can. He's going to be checked. Conley somehow strips the puck, but the biscuit's back on the stick of Baki over for Miller to the right wing side. Miller cuts back inside out. Shot, made some room. There's a rebound that's covered. Let's take a look at that on replay. I love the transition through center. They found Miller out the right wing side. But he had to create to just at least get this shot off, and he did right here. See that? Got him to spin. The old 360 on the defenseman there. Kind of spun him around. Just the hands did that, really. Ulrich and Aaron Holz, Novak, that's their top line. They lead their team in points with 12, 12, and 11. Novak with 11. Novak with 11 helpers. No goals, 11 assists. Ulrich has 7 goals, 5 assists. It's Aaron Holz with 6 and 6 so far in this midway, or I'd say third of the way through the season, the campaign, as these teams are starting to get, really hit their stride at this time of the year. Thrown to the slot. Got Sarsland to outlet to Warner to cross center. He's going to cut back against the grain. Sends that in on goal as that's steered aside. Back into the corner. Bischel looks to find a man. He's going to be beat to this puck. Nice job by Rubishko in the corner as he's pinned up on the play. And they'll work this one back out of the zone. Got to have a little bit of a disclaimer. Late offside there, now we're good. Really tough to read the Lakeville South Cougar numbers. They've got the white jerseys with the tan numbers up top here, but they look sharp. 2-on-2 across center. Webster to the corner. Foley is there. Kroll as well. Kroll comes out of the corner for the Cougars. He's pinned up by Schweitzer, who leans into him. Puck will be fished free. Foley, ooh, that's a heavy check there. That had to leave a mark. Now back up through center it goes and sent right back into the Red Knight zone. Gay, nice feed over to Bassan across the line with energy. Gets it deep, tries a shallow angle shot as that's going to be hung on to by Tyson. But for you young kids at home, take it to the net. Good things are going to happen. Face-off win by Gay. Mortensen the shot, or I'm not sure if that was Gay or Bassan in the circle. Looked like it. Sarsland takes his man down. He's going to get away with that, it seems. 6:01 to go. We've been infraction-free here in the first period. Future games coming up here. We've got plenty more today and tomorrow. Elk River and Holy Family Catholic cue it up at 2:30. Rosemont and Maple Grove will go at 5. And then Minnetonka and Andover at 7:30. That's your schedule here for tonight. Well, the Huskies had a classic yesterday with the Irish. The Irish and Maple Grove represent another top 10 matchup here from the MNHockey.tv rankings. And keep in mind, it was a good one yesterday between Maple Grove and the Red Knights, who opened the season as the second-ranked team behind Eden Prairie, who, by the way, of course, we all know, tied the St. Thomas Academy Cadets yesterday. That's a redirect into the glove hand of Tyson. 12-3 are your shots on goal now as they mount with 5:35 to go in the first period. Shot batted at. Turned away as Griffin Lutke as he plays this to the near corner. Aaron Holes looks ahead as he finds Ulrich with it. His shot just misses the mark. Novak waits from the left hash marks as he's going to play to the corner. That's off the referee's skate. They missed the mark there. Here's a foot race for it. Malinsky and Ellings to the corner. Malinsky has to deal with Ellings on the forecheck, but he has some help back off the end boards. And out of the zone they go. Aaron Holes will take this one off the boards. His shot turned aside by Limesand. Looked like his angle might have been a little to the left there. He had something to shoot at, but Limesand recovered and compensated for that opening with the blocker pad. A lot of stick swatting around over on the far side as it's kept in along the line as it trickles its way through. Bakke took a swipe at that one, nearly found its way. And now Schweitzer off the boards. They're going to say no ice on that one. Long pass to center ice. Miller, no. Now it's going to be Conley over for Bischel. Bischel pulls and scores! Conley with the feed. Bischel with the bury. It's 2-1 again, another goal off transition. Red Knights are starting to find that part of their game, which I haven't, with all their home games I've done this year, I haven't seen. And that's a good example of really getting the puck, catching it, shooting it, not dusting it off. Just let it go.
Scoring for Benilde St. Margaret at 12:46. Number 11, Charlie Bischel. Assisted by number 21, Asher Conley. And number 6, Tristan Sarsland.
Sarsland and Conley in on the assists on that one. Heavily into the boards goes a Cougar player off the end boards. I believe that was Rubishko. As he's going to come together with Logan Like had been playing D for quite some time here as the Red Knights were working him in on the back line. Looks very comfortable at the center position. Gets it back. There's a reason why. Good chances all around on Tyson. (16-4) your shots. It's been a very good period here for the Red Knights. Face-off win by Bassan. There's a shot taken by Schweitzer that was deflected. Now Mortensen tried to push that one through. Foley guides it down to Gay. Wanted shallow angle. It looked like he had Bassan open in front. Now Mortensen turns and shoots. And that's stopped by Tyson. Griffin Lutke plays that to the far corner. Up off the bench area, 3:20 to go in the first. And we'll face off to the left of Tyson. Clean back it goes. Callahan loads it up. That's blocked. And back out of the zone they go. And icing the call. Walensky's breakout pass cut off by Bassan as he's wedged. Nice body check there to force a turnover. Here come the Cougars through center. That's off a stick, and Schweitzer regroups with Foley ahead to Gay. Now he'll work it across the line. That's off the gear of Griffin Lutke, and that's going to be blocked, but taken right away by Mortensen. In front it goes. Tyson just content to swat that one away, as it's going to be Griffin Lutke taking that puck off the end boards as he feeds over to the far side. Cougars will get a partial change as it's going to be played right back through all of the traffic there by Schweitzer. Calderon is there now. Schweitzer will regroup and look to his right and play that one right over to Marshall. Absorbs the hit, gets it back to Schweitzer, leaves off for Foley. Seamus Foley with it now, plays that one rink wide for Schweitzer. Neutral zone's been muddy here for this past 20-30 seconds or so. Now it's going to be Sarsland, nifty move over to the right wing side for Marshall, and just offside. No, they got a penalty coming up. Roughing call. See if we can pick that one up. Right there. I think that's what we saw, right? Yep. So the contact was coming and the hands went up. And official didn't like that, of course, and off we go. Ken Pauley just coached in his 700th game yesterday as a head high school hockey coach. And now has a career mark of 497, 249, and 33. He's inching closer to that 500 marker. Lee Smith, his contemporary in Eden Prairie, is right at the same pace. He's in the early 490s right now, if I remember correctly. Scores on the power play. Griffin Lutke slings that over to the left side. They made quick work of that on the power play, and they bury. That's Malinsky with the goal. And that's goal number 3 for Malinsky on the season.
Scoring for Lakeville South, a power play goal at 15-14. Scoring number 21, Jack Malinsky.
The Cougars have a 27.8% power play unit. They're very effective on it, and they showed exactly why right there. Here's Sarsland, but each time the Red Knights have been scored on, they've come back with a good shift. Quickly into the Cougar zone it goes, and back to work they go. Thompson now is stopped on the play. Warner back in behind the net. He has Callahan up high at the line, gets it to him now. Callahan plays back over for Warner. Ooh, little tough pass there for Sarsland as that's blocked away by Miller. Miller is forced out of the play by Sarsland, but Miller stays strong on it. He had a good game yesterday, did Eli Miller, for these Lakeville South Cougars. Bischel with it to the right wing side. There's a shot steered up and out of play by Tyson. With under a minute to play now at 55.9 seconds. Red Knights regroup back in their own zone to the near boards. It goes. It's going to be Bassan across the line with Gay to the net. Gets that one in on goal. Pucks to the net. Wow, that's an extra shot right there. That's going to most likely. Cooper Gay is a big dude. He went to the net with authority there, and Ulrich had the hands up in the air. I think it was the extra shot. He was a little bit surprised by that one. He was probably wondering why the other guy wasn't going. They're talking things over there. Oh, they're taking a Red Knight player. Ken Pauley is absolutely, I don't blame him there. They gave him a double. So it looks like offsetting minors for Gay and Ulrich. And then Gay will, there will be the extra minor to the Cougars. So it's neither here nor there. Oh, no, it looks like it's offsetting. Up the middle they go with it, knocked off the stick with Schweitzer there. Bakke with it now down the right wing boards. Bakke is checked on the play, 2-on-2 behind the net. Wow, there's all sorts of little battles going on out there in the defensive zone. You had one behind the net, one out front. Now here comes the puck to the near side. A little spirit to this one. Love it, folks. Great way to start the day here at the Tradition in the Park at the St. Louis Park Rec Center. And there you go. We have a 2-2 tie after one period. Great hockey game. 20-5 are your shots on goal in favor of the Red Knights. We're going to take a timeout. In 12 minutes, we'll be back with the second period right after this.
So Anabai Construction Company started in 1905. So I'm a third generation, and now we have Eric and Jake.
One of the neatest things that I get to do when I go new places and talk about tradition companies is talk about the history of the company, and you know, it's pretty easy to be proud of the fact that we've been in continuous operation for almost 120 years.
Really, it just came down to, you know, trying to figure out better ways to serve the customer, and so it wasn't necessarily about making more money, but it was about providing a more seamless turnkey customer experience. So just kind of slowly over the years we added additional pieces to the puzzle.
So we started the Tradition Companies basically to figure out how we could do vertical integration that encompassed pretty much everything from the dirt to the final closing at title. So Anabai Construction Company started in 1905. So I'm a third generation, and now we have Eric and Jake.
One of the neatest things that I get to do when I go new places and talk about tradition companies is talk about the history of the company, and you know, it's pretty easy to be proud of the fact that we've been in continuous operation from almost 120 years.
Really, it just came down to, you know, trying to figure out better ways to serve the customer, and so it wasn't necessarily about making more money, but it was about providing a more seamless turnkey customer experience. So just kind of slowly over the years we added additional pieces to the puzzle.
So we started the tradition companies basically to figure out how we could do vertical integration that encompassed pretty much everything from the dirt to the final closing at title.
Hockey continues on the mnhockey.tv, and we're proud to bring in the man, Chad Schumacher from Tradition Wealth Management. Chad, you know, you and I have been at this for a couple of years now, and I've been able to watch firsthand with what your organization's been able to do, not only as a wealth management firm, but what you've done in the community, and you're very engaged in it with lots of locations. So can you give us a little bit of a history lesson of where you've been and where this has gone and where it's going?
Yeah, so Tradition Wealth Management, we started in 2003 with a couple different partners that came from large institutions with the dream, and we started in a conference room with one phone between 6 employees, and now in February and Valentine's Day we'll be 17 years old.
I'd like to have seen what that wrestling match for that one phone looked like between those employees. That must have been something else.
It was good.
So you have locations really spread throughout the Twin Cities. Can you share those locations and you know, strategically how you landed there?
Yep. We've been in Edina since existence, and so this is where our largest operation is. And now we've recently opened up offices in Woodbury, North Oaks, downtown St. Paul by the Tria Center, and out in Wayzata.
And then in terms of employees, what kind of coverage do you have from that respect?
I think we're up to 17 employees right now. We're still looking to grow. We're trying to hire a couple of really experienced teams to help engage with clients going forward.
You guys have been very engaged in the community throughout with lots of initiatives, which has also created some great networking opportunities for those involved. And you've had a lot of things from which to be proud of. Can you touch on some of those things that you as an organization have done?
Well, obviously it starts, we just take care of people. We deliver everything from high net worth strategies all the way to starting people from our 401ks that we work with, just with basic estate planning stuff. So we're really proud with that. We do lead with the comprehensive planning. We try not to turn over all the rocks. We realize every person's has a different set of circumstances, net worth, health issues, you name it. But we try to create a private family office for people who don't have private family offices and help them with all the investment advice that we can give them.
Well, it basically answered my next question of why are you unique, and I'm sure that's pretty much the key thing, right?
Yeah. I'd say, most people hire us. When we're managing assets for people, we're normally managing all the assets that are be able to be managed, and just take their unique set of circumstances and build it to the plan that makes sense for each client we deal with.
We have tons of people out there that watch these games for real, and they all have needs, and I'm sure they're going to want to be able to get a hold of you and your team somehow. I would highly recommend that. What's the best way to reach out to get a hold of you and your team here?
I'd say just call my number. I'd be glad to talk to you and get you in touch with the right person from the right office. My direct line is 952-563-6504.
Chad, thanks a lot. Let's get back at it. Some more hockey action coming up.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
I kind of like the music. John Conley bringing his flair for the dramatics. Yep. We are back underway, so it's 5-on-5 after that exciting close to the period there. Puck will be played around the boards. Now Foley comes away. The Red Knights now moving from left to right with the Cougars right to left across your screen. At the line, Bakke will fling that high off the glass to the left of the net. It goes back up high. Miller gloves it down, pulls this one through traffic. 20-5 are your shots on goal through the first period, and the Cougars now open up with some offensive zone time of their own here in the first period, on the second period on the first shift. Ludke looks back up for Griffin Ludke. Of course, that's Tanner Ludke to Griffin Ludke, back to the neutral zone. That's off Bakke's stick. Turned aside by Limesand. Marshall bumped on the play by Tanner Ludke. Now it's going to be played ahead by Rubishko and offside at the line. So Ulrich and Gay should be released from the penalty box here upon, I believe, the next whistle. Sarsland at center, stopped there and played back in behind. Limesand will set up. Callahan is there as he's flushed to the right wing side for Warnert. Williams plays this one down the line. Aaron Holtz was there. Novak plays the body. And now it's going to be Bassan ahead for Mortensen. Stopped by Rubishko. And back across the line they go with it. Here's Aaron Holtz back into the corner. He'll hold on and look back up for Johnson, but that's going to be cut off by Bassan, who will find a feed now for Warnert, who turns his way back down low and off to the left wing for Bassan. Jackson Bassan across the line. Warnert to the net. Mortensen as well. Down low they go. That one was off the side of the net. Now Warnert will find the puck. And the Cougars do a nice job to win that battle. Back up at center they go across the line. That's going to be Mason Johnson. He'll carry this one in deep, being bothered by Schweitzer. Down he goes. Now it's going to be handled by Like. His pass picked off. Look out, here's a chance to the slot. Bounding puck. Johnson gathers in. Oh, and that was Bassan to clear that one out of harm's way. Kroll was there, but now it's going to be played to the right wing side. Seamus Foley was there. Bumped off the boards by Warnert. Mason Johnson again. Now he's hounded by Like, who tried to fish that one into the corner. Kroll is checked. Now it's over to the far side. Thompson plays to Bischel in the corner. And now it's going to be the Cougars to chip this one up to the left wing side. Held in by, glove down. That was held in by Schweitzer, but nice job on the play. They're up the ice. They go with it. Taken away by the Red Knights. Now Bischel, he's going to wind it up through neutral. Yes, Schweitzer jumping up at the play. Bischel makes the move back in behind. Schweitzer is there, stays with it. That's off the goaltender Tyson, and he's going to hang on for the faceoff in his zone to his right. We were told by our crew at the Plymouth Ice Center that last night's Hill Murray-Wayzata game was an instant classic. So if you get a chance to go back through and check that one out, I heard it was just that good. I heard that it might have been the best game they'd seen all year. We've seen some beauties too. I'd like to see how that stack up against the Edina Eden Prairie game at the Holiday Classic, which was absolutely remarkable. Sarsland outlets over for Thompson. Here's Will Thompson. Ahead he goes to Like across the line. Like makes a move toward the net to the backhand. Oh, he wanted to go 5-hole. Bishop back away with it. Sarsland's camped in front. There's a delayed penalty. Limesand off the ice. He gets to the bench right now. And the power play will be enforced for the Red Knights. As we'll see what we have brewing here. Looks like a holding call that occurred down toward the front of the net area. Red Knights power play just about 19% at 18.9. You know, it was a source of discussion for Ken Pauley on Pauley's podcast. I wanted to see that better. Lakeville South kills pretty well, though, at 87%. Let's see these two units match up here with 12:52 to go in the second period. Poke back to Schweitzer. Schweitzer now gets it for Messenberg. Messenberg, one-timer, knocked out of the air by Bischel. Nice save by Tyson to hold his ground as Marshall works it to the near side. Penalty coming up on Messenberg. It's going to be an interference call on that puck that worked its way through the neutral zone. And now we're going to be 4-on-4 with a $1:37 of time, and then an abbreviated Cougar power play.
At 4:40 for holding on Lakeville South, number 23, Brett Johnson.
Down to the right wing side it goes. Now 4-on-4. Schweitzer takes over. Foley leaves for Schweitzer. He's going to carry this one on his own through center. Nice job to open up some real estate there. Now it's going to be Bassan. That's taken away. And a whistle on the play. Into the net they go, and off the net. Push back in behind. Griffin Lutke with it. Lutke, rather. That one's offside at the line as well, as we will tee it up in the neutral zone. Griffin Lutke plays that one ahead. Ulrich is there. Lutke stands his man up. Aaron Holes comes away with it. He's going to take the real estate he has right across the left wing wall, all the way over east-west to the right. Oh, it's a one-man show to the corner. Griffin Lutke down low for Novak. It's 39 of 4-on-4 here. And Schweitzer comes away with it. Callahan leaves for Schweitzer over to the near boards. Marshall pulls that one into the corner. Back in behind, it's going to be Jack Malinsky with it. Griffin Lutke to the right wing side. Checked by Sarsland. Malinsky, wrister, glove save made by Limesand. He had to kind of stretch to reach through traffic to make this play. Nice job by him. That might have been traveling wide, but I always never know. Make the save, covered up. It's kind of interesting. This game had a lot of tempo and pace in it to start it. And it's a little bit sleepy here to start the second period. I'm feeling it in the tone here of the broadcast, but that's pretty much what's going on out there. It's lost kind of its intensity a little bit as it's become more of a chess match here in the second period. Now it's a power play for 19 more seconds for the Cougars as they overload the numbers behind the net to gain possession. Back up through the neutral zone they go. Nice feed on the right wing side. That one goes through the slot area, high slot area. Mason Johnson back into the corner. He finds Tanner Lutke with it. That's turned aside. Now Mason Johnson, top of the left circle. Seeing eye in on goal. Now we're at full strength as Jonah Mortensen steps on for Blake Messenberg. And That was a glove hand save made by Limesand to keep this one a 2-2 tie with 10:24 to go in the second period. Warnert, they hurry, they have a 3-on-2. Wow, Will Thompson towed the line beautifully with a quick shot. Let's take a look at that whole scene on replay. Hopefully our camera operator Patrick Lilia was able to capture this. But watch Will Thompson up top here. He got a little ahead of himself, kind of swizzled that left leg back and towed the line. Beautiful job there. Oh, there's a shot in on goal, and again, Tyson makes the save. He's been good here today. Off the backboards. Red Knights control. Warnert. That's deflected off the stick of Aaron Holes as it's going to go back into the Red Knight zone. Got the icing call on that one. Marshall check to the corner. Ellings works from it. Up to the line. There's a shot by Ben Thompson that's blocked. Ellings nearly got a piece of that. Griffin Lutke plays that one back in deep. Kroll gets a stick in on Ben Thompson, who looks to fight off that pressure, but there's too much as Kroll is joined up front. But there's Marshall to assist as he comes out of the zone. Took a stick there and stays on it, and that one will miss the mark, and icing is your call. No, ice is your call. Everybody kind of let up there, including yours truly. Here we go, back into the offensive zone. Now Marshall. Ben Thompson loads up fans on that one, off the heel. Wow, that was a great shift. It was crazy. We've seen Ben Thompson play a lot of hockey here. He fanned on that one. Bummed out about that. Then somehow, some way, he lost an edge and just headed to the bench and said enough. He'll come back out and have a good shift. Callahan. Mortensen. Bumps that one off the end boards as Sarsland gets it back. That's a quick snapper in on goal that's held on to by Tyson now with 8:44 to go. We're still tied at 2 here in the second period. Tough angle shot there that just missed the mark. Callahan plays to the corner. Bassan is there. Over to the left wing it goes. Sarsland pinches down, makes the play, fights off a check. Now it's played back right where it came from as the Cougars will regroup to the near corner. It was sent back up to the left wing wall. Through center is Williams. Doms was there. And back out of the corner comes Callahan. Long pass ahead for Mortensen. Mortensen has some room, shoots, blocker pad save. Now it's going to be Bassan with it. The stretch passes coming out to play here tonight. Doms across the line as they fed Mortensen there for that chance for the Red Knights. And there's a chance for Bakke. They ran into each other there. That kind of impeded his shot selection there as the puck's going to come to the near side for Conley. Guides it ahead for Bassan. Leaves for Conley back in across the line. Conley now finds Like, and Like's shot is going to be held on to by Tyson. Plenty of shot opportunities here for the Red Knights. Ooh, that one trickles just wide as it's going to be picked up by Conley out of the corner as he's going to hang on to it. He's watched on the play. There's a puck that's deflected up off of Like to the corner. As Like will find Conley. And now it's Miller to the right wing side. Miller tries to work away from Foley, who has the big reach, and he's going to thwart that, but Miller gets it back from the right circle, pulls and shoots. He wanted to go high glove. That deflects up and out of play. Off a Red Knight stick with 7:14 to go. We still remain tied at 2-all. Three out of our 4 games here from the Rec Center yesterday were 1-goal games with an overtime one to close out. That Maple Grove overtime win against Minnetonka. The Skippers played very well. Now Marshall will guide that one in. Marshall lost the handle. Novak back in across the line. Sarsland for Marshall. Back in behind the net. Sarsland will take over. He'll guide it to the right wing side. Novak cuts that off. Now the Cougars. There's Griffin Ludke with it. Wrist shot that's deflected. Nice save by Limesand. Stayed focused off of that. It came in off of the gear of Marshall. They try to bump the boards but can't get it. There's Novak's shot's blocked. That's by Sarsland's right leg. Chopped ahead but not out. Nice shift here by the Cougars as they apply the pressure. Now it's Callahan for Messenberg. Messenberg through center. Dices through a few players. It stood up on his way through, and it's going to be Griffin Ludke with it. Oh, good to see Jerry Burrows here. Looking fresh. Looks good. You took a shower today. Marshall chops that one down. Now Schweitzer's shot off the glass. The big carom into the neutral zone. Now Foley for Schweitzer. That gets away from Gay as he's going to chase this one in. Comes together with Malinsky off the end boards. There's a wraparound attempt. They score! That's Jonah Mortensen. Picks up his second goal of the Classic to give the Red Knights a 3-2 lead. That was just another example of a muddy goal. We've seen plenty of those, like off the end boards with bodies around the goaltender. So Mortensen gives his Red Knights a 3-2 lead with 5:28 to go on their 28th shot of the game. For Mortensen, that's goal number 2 and point number 6 on the season. We've got a broken stick that we're tending to right now. Looks like it was Rubishko's twig that was broken as he grabbed it from the linesman. Now it's Callahan. Sarsland over skates. He has pressure from Williams. Bischel lost the handle, wraparound attempt out front. There's a chance, a big shot and a save there. Williams. Now the pressure continues. Jed England was in on that. Back in behind the net it goes. Callahan down low on the forecheck. And Schweitzer now the only one back, but he comes away with it. That's the hands you want back there. Now it's going to be Will Thompson over for Callahan. He's going to dump that into the corner. Bischel will get there as he's ridden on the play. Now Warner in to help out. Warner digs it and gets it. Now gets it up for Foley. Back in behind, Bischel makes the read. Warner off his skates. Played back in behind the net. Cougars will guide this one up to the left wing wall, but Doms was checked there as it's going to be Schweitzer to play this up high. 4:13 to go in the period. And Doms will play this to an open corner with Foley coming on that one. Now Schweitzer comes together with it. Schweitzer looks up to the left wing side. It's going to be Like who comes away with it. Foley for Schweitzer. Back up for Bischel. Deflected in, no ice on the play. And now it's going to be handled back in behind the net by the Cougars as they look up ice. Schweitzer guides it over for Callahan. Nice move there as he's going to take it to the left wing side. There's a shot. 2 saves. Ooh, good ones there by Tyson. Had to be strong on that one. Now it's Sarsland, the quick snapper. That one hard off the end boards. They score! Who else but Jonah Mortensen with his second of the game, now third of the Holiday Classic. That was just a result of a goaltender who was under siege. 1 shot, 2 shot, then off the end boards, and there they go, and they clean up the loose change off the end boards and put it away, make the deposit. It's now 4-2. Nice efficient work out of the zone there. Novak takes that feed across the line. That was Malinsky on that play. Really good work there to get away from the forecheck. Rink wide it goes, looking for Ellings. Now he's going to play back for Callahan. Boy, puck is bouncing a little bit here. Now it's going to be Marshall again. Ulrich was watching him. Too far for Messenberg as it's going to be Griffin Lutke back up to the left wing side. Aaron Holes will watch the carom onto the stick of Schweitzer, who finds Callahan. Ahead they go to Marshall. Touch pass for Messenberg across the line. Marshall checked on the play as he spins, and it's played up into the neutral zone. Schweitzer guides it over for Callahan. Or check that, that was Foley. And now it's going to be played to the right wing side. Here they come with it across the line. 2:20 to go in the period. Long shot in on goal. That's going to be held on to by Limestone. Over to the left wing side. Back up through center. Bischel stopped at the line. Delayed offside. The Red Knights are there. They're going to play it, and they're going to whistle that one down. Sounds like we're getting a weather forecast up there by Jerry Burrow and our camera guy, Patrick Lilia. So that means if you can't get out to the rink, watch the stream. I guess that's what we're gonna go with. There's Warner's shot. That one's stopped by Tyson. Shots continue to mount for the Red Knights. 32-9 now is what that reads. Now Warner off the end boards. It's going to cycle for Will Thompson. Now it's Bischel with it. Doms works that one ahead. England was there. Now it's going to be played over to the right wing side. He's checked, and Bischel comes away with it. Bischel finds center. Ooh, Cooper Gay nearly was to the forehand there up high off the turnover. Instead, it's the center ice area, and that's a shot by Sarsland to return favor. They score! Somehow that worked its way through. Cooper Gay puts the Red Knights up now by a score of 5-2 here in the second period as they're unleashing the scoring here. 3 goals now late in the third period. Probably from the 5-minute remaining mark on. And they're just kind of wearing down this Cougar defense.
Cisco to Sarsman. And Bishop.
For Cooper Gay, that's goal number 6 on the season, his 10th point. Marshall across the line, 39. They're not slowing down. Marshall a wrister that's blocked on its way through. They'll hit the side of the net there. Up high to the line, reached for by Schweitzer. He's got a big shot. That one misses the mark. Oh, they dribble that one through. Ellings nearly hit Marshall off the end boards, and down goes Marshall into the boards heavily. Oop, then he gives a chop to the back of the leg. We'll see if that was seen. He's gonna take them both. They're having the discussion right now. They're deciding whether or not they're going to take 9 right now. I can tell you they're talking about it. He's got one leg over the board. Aaron Holes comes over with Ulrich. And they let it go. Might have gotten away with one there, Tanner. Well, yeah, you know what? That's probably what that discussion point was. Here's a foot race. Aaron Holes can fly in on goal. Here's Aaron Holes over the top of the goal with a great chance there. 9 to go in the period. Red Knights through center. That's off a pair of skates that hit Ulrich with it. Now it's gloved down by Gay as he carries it through in toward the goal mouth area. And that does it for the second period. A big one for the Red Knights as they score 3 times and take the 5-2 lead into the break. We'll do the ice for you, and when we come back, we'll have the start of the third period. And don't forget, coming up next at 2:30, it's going to be Elk River and Holy Family Catholic. At 5 o'clock, circle your calendars there. Rosemont and Maple Grove are going to square, and then we're going to have Minnetonka and Andover to close out the evening. We'll be back with more right after this.
So Anabec Construction Company started in 1905. So I'm a third generation, and now we have Eric and Jake.
One of the neatest things that I get to do when I go new places and talk about tradition companies is talk about the history of the company, and you know, it's pretty easy to be proud of the fact that we've been in continuous operation for almost 120 years.
Really, it just came down to, you know, trying to figure out better ways to serve the customer, and so it wasn't necessarily about making more money, but it was about providing a more seamless turnkey customer experience. So just kind of slowly over the years we added additional pieces to the puzzle.
So we started the tradition companies basically to figure out how we could do vertical integration that encompassed pretty much everything from the dirt to the final closing at title.
You know, it's pretty easy to be proud of the fact that we've been in continuous operation for almost 120 years. Now, obviously, Anabec Construction started that, and they're a big part of it. You know, since then, in the 20 years that Tradition's been around, we've built on to that legacy, and you know, I think we've created our own legacy and our own brand, which is pretty special and unique.
We've kind of coined the phrase between all of the tradition companies and led by the bank's Keystone program. However much money we make, we give 10% of our earnings to the community and lots of time as well.
Our business model is centered around building communities, you know, whether that's, you know, providing the dirt work or building the houses or providing the financing. We're really, our success is really part of the overall community success. The fact that we live in the communities that our customers live in as well. We're side by side with them. And really our promise to our customers would be that we reinvest back into the communities and we help make the community stronger, where if you're doing business with, out-of-state competitor, those dollars are going out of state, but we're putting them right back in the community.
I think that being in a sport, it has built into it the concept that we are going to face a challenge. When we do sport the right way, we are teaching values. We're teaching kids how to be hard workers. We're teaching kids how to be courageous, to be fearless. Dynamites, because we have a focus on whole life youth development, physical, academic, social and spiritual excellence, we get that we're trying to develop people to be whole people. And I think that when you combine that mission with sport, I think you naturally get that. We have programs in each of those 4 areas. We have ice hockey for physical excellence. Academic excellence includes academic support like one-on-one tutoring. We have a summer academic camp. Social excellence includes our big community service project, Greg Carroll Learn to Skate, and also we're faith-based. So when kids are old enough, they have the choice to go to summer camp, kind of that traditional summer church camp. Every kid in the program has multiple mentors. If they're in tutoring, they have a very special mentor that's just their very own. And then of course the hockey coaches are mentors, and of course all the staff are mentors too. We have a very high retention rate. Dynamite's high school graduation rate over 20 years is 85%. And over the last 5 years, 96% have graduated, which is really significant because right now Minneapolis Public Schools is reporting that their graduation rate is 53%. So that, I think, is another measure that shows that Dynamites is working. Being a faith-based organization, I think we're able to say things that are really powerful sometimes. You might say to the kids, like, we're gonna do some hard things today. And we want you to remember, we can do all things through Christ who gives me strength. A few minutes later, we might be asking them to do that hard thing and you got heads down and panting. And remind them, remember, you have strength. God's given you the strength to do this. You have the strength that you need inside you right now. They might even remember the moments where they began to believe that, where they began to believe, I should be fearless. Only believe, do not fear.
I got it.
This looks amazing.
We have this hunger project that I give back to the kids to buy food.
So the more bracelets you make, the more money you raise, and then the more kids you can help out.
Some help?
No way.
Sure.
Yeah. JJ, what?
So what are you guys doing out here? Well, we're just doing the right thing. It's kind of a thankless job. It's out of sight, out of mind. Somebody's got to do it. I appreciate you having me out.
You can swing a mean net, man.
Too heavy? Try it.
I got it.
Lift it up. 1, 2, 3. Good. Looks great.
Wow. This looks amazing. Can I help you make a few?
Sure.
You sure?
Uh-huh.
Hi, I'm Derek. Nice to meet you. So how long have you been doing this?
2 years.
2 years. So you're an expert.
Yes.
Can you do one with my name?
Sure.
D-E-R-E-K?
D-R-E-K.
D-E-R-E-K.
D-E-R-E-K?
Yes.
Okay. Uh-huh.
What's the ultimate dream for your business?
I really wish I had more bracelets to make every single day.
What do you do with the money?
We have this hunger project and I give back to the kids that don't have enough money to buy food.
So the more bracelets you make, the more money you raise, and then the more kids you can help out. How long have you had this dream?
10 years.
So you're 6 years old and you had the dream for 10 years. That's pretty good. That's someone that knows what they want to do in life.
Yeah.
Okay, now, what do you think about this?
Ooh. Yeah.
Pretty good?
Yep.
Okay.
little bit of a false start there to start the third period. 5-2 Red Knights. All right, here come the Red Knights back at center. Ellings finds Schweitzer, gives that one off. Now it's played back up through away from Messenberg as Limesand will watch that one wide of the net. I almost think he thought that it was 5-on-5 the way he went down to looking like he was trying to keep it for an icing. He's like, oops. Now Schweitzer finds Messenberg, who will play this one along for Ellings. Leaves this one off for Marshall. Now Messenberg, oh, the one-timer. Oh, nice hard shot, low to the glove hand side by Schweitzer, turned aside by Tyson. Good job by the Cougar goaltender. The one-timer at a big stick save. That's much like what Marshall scored on yesterday. He'll come back away with this one. Back to center. Here's Adam Marshall. Winds it up and cuts through the neutral zone. Didn't like it and gives that one over for Messenberg, who dances up through center. He'll gain the line and protect and play this one back in around hard. Nice job by Ellings to come over. Looked like there wasn't going to be enough red there to make the play. Plenty of white of the Cougars, who find that one. Great PK for them here on this round. Schweitzer now will work it out of the zone with 5 to go in the power play. Over for Messenberg. He's cut off by Bakke. Messenberg sends a little pass over for Marshall. He finds Ellings with Bischel going to the net. Marshall reaches for the puck. Bischel was open in front, or that was Ellings wide open in the high slot area. Ooh, my word. Now it's going to be Sarsland from the left wing side. Tried to muscle that through center as Doms comes away with it. Plays this over to the left wing side. There's Lyke, who's had a very effective game up front for the Red Knights. They're out shooting the Cougars now 36-9 in this one. Sarsland off the glass. Johnson back in behind. That's Brett Johnson, the junior. That's taken away out of the corner by the Red Knights. Lyke was there. Knocked ahead by Williams. This is wide of the mark. Now it's going to be played back up to the right wing side. On the tape for Callahan. He'll gain the line. Stopped on the play. And now it's going to be picked up in a wrist shot that's turned in on goal by Will Thompson. Tyson stays busy here to start the third period. Cougars outlet to the left wing side across center. They find an opening and play this one back in behind. Callahan is there, chops that off the end boards. Now it's going to be Lyke up through the neutral zone. Hurries his way through to a 3-on-2 as Tyson turns that aside. Gay gathers it in from the left wing wall. Try to muscle it to the corner, but great body positioning there defensively by the Cougars. Malinsky, who's been a force here tonight. Schweitzer for Gay. Knocked off his stick, but there to support up ice is Ben Thompson. Oh, pickpocketed, look out. Here comes Bassan, shoots that one up over the glass. And in hard they go to the net. Let's take a look at that one on replay. Jonah Mortensen goes down in a cloud of dust here. Took it to the can hard. There you see Mortensen racing in, and they kind of collide together and force the face-off inside the zone. Puck will be played around to the far side for Novak. Bumps the boards. There's a body check thrown there. England steps up on that puck. Now it's Ulrich's shot that's blocked by Sarsland. Mortensen tried to poke that one through. Battle one, played to the near boards. Gay takes that one. He has Mortensen with him. 2-on-2 at the line. Just, get it in on goal, and there's Tyson to hang on, and will face off inside the zone. Next game is slated for 2:30 start time. Patrick Lilia will be on the call, ready to roll. Back behind the net, Marshall for Mortensen. Mortensen from the right circle, crashing down was Foley. Seeing a lot more of that from these Red Knight defensemen, jumping in as options offensively from their blue line positions. Back behind, it's going to be Ellings. Messenberg, he was checked on his way through, but a nice save by Tyson to hold his ground there. There's a shot that's blocked on its way through. Now it's going to be Marshall looking out to the slot area again. That's off the stick of Messenberg and stopped by Tyson. Oh, the goalie stick now goes to the bench. Ethan Dahlmeyer now in goal. Nice call. I was saying Tyson, but our producer Tanner Lalick made the call there. Back up off the left wing side. Doms is checked on the play there. Now it's going to be Malinsky. Sun's starting to come out as it starts to peer in through the open windows. That's the great character piece of the St. Louis Park Rec Center. The daytime hours, you get the sun in here, really brightens it up along with these great lights that they have. Across the line is Like as he stood up on the play. Sarsland is stopped. Like again down the boards. Conley is there, tries to play this one through. Nice job with the right skate to kick to the corner. He's going to stay on the puck, tries to cycle it down low. He gets it there. Now it's going to be Geertsen across the goal line, turned aside. He stays on the puck as he looks up toward the blue line. Griffin Ludke plays the body there. Now they're going to carry this one back in behind with Conley checked by Malinsky. In comes Geertsen as they try to win this battle 2-on-2. This is just a great little battle here. They're letting him go. Love it. Back at the line, played down by Callahan as he gloved it down and played it to an open area. Oh, maintained possession. They wanted the redirect in front, didn't get it. Like has it. His shot misses the mark. And they poke this one down to Conley across the goal line. Looks to the high slot area. Callahan gets a hold of that one, plays this one back into the corner. Now it's Foley with it, kicks this one down the boards. 10:45 to go in the third. Across the line, it's Doms, cuts to the forehand. That's blocked by the defense. Callahan quickly over to his partner, Foley. That's off the stick of the oncoming Will Thompson and turned back up ice. It's Miller with speed across the line. Wrist shot, nice save. Oh, they wanted to bat that one in about waist high, but the big swing and the miss there. It's going to be Bischel to the right wing side. Warner shot turned aside by Dahlmeyer, and they come to the net with authority, and he holds his ground. Red Knights have been really stingy at their own blue line, shutting things down off of the Lakeville South Cougar transition here this afternoon. Apparently there was a highlight reel type of goal by Carson Rickles earlier in that Blaine game against Cretin-Derham Hall, but the Raiders continue their surge as they lead by a score of 5-3. You know, Matt Harrington, our announcer out at the Plymouth Ice Center, was saying that he feels as though Matthew Gleason is the surefire Mr. Hockey candidate. He's already anointed him. You know, he had himself, I believe, a 6-point effort yesterday. They got about 9 minutes left over there. It was back and forth for a while, but Cretin-Derham Hall has opened up that 5-3 lead. Here it's 5-2 Red Knights. There's a shot that's buzzed wide of the mark. Off a pair of shins. Warner tries to chop this one up the boards. Warner again plays this one through center ice as they'll regroup and gather it in. Played ahead. Ulrich at the line. Aaron Holz goes to the net. Now he and Schweitzer come together from the right wing side, but there's Warner again with speed through center. Bischel knocked off his stick by Griffin Ludke, who's had a great game. That's Gay. Now Bischel back up to the line for Schweitzer, turned aside by Dahlmeyer. They'll chip this one off the glass. It's going to be Foley with it. Plays ahead for Schweitzer. Quickly in across the line. Schweitzer, found a man in off the bench area. And a nice save made by Dahlmeyer. That off of Jonah Mortensen, bidding for the hat trick. Back to Schweitzer. Snapper right into the crest of Dahlmeyer. Shot number 46 for the Red Knights as they're inching toward 50 here in this one. Puck stayed free in the dot area there. Now it's flipped to center. It's a Spring Williams as Foley angles him to the corner. Williams, shallow angle shot all the way up to the blue line. Here come the Red Knights. Mortensen takes it with speed. Gay to the net. Mortensen shot, again, taken off the crest. The Red Knights seem content to just throw pucks on it. Yesterday they were well in the 60s, close to 70 shot attempts in their game, which turned out to be that win against Holy Family Catholic, but they were definitely shooting the puck from everywhere. Callahan, gloves down, bangs off the boards. Cougars will regroup in their own zone. Pickpocket along the line. Dahlmeyer makes the save as the Red Knights go to the net once again. Marshall, the face-off win. Ben Thompson, the slapper taken there by Callahan, turned aside by Dahlmeyer. Played down along the glass. Ellings is there. Now Messenberg as well. Cougars gather it, but not out. That one missed the mark on Messenberg. Came in from Marshall, but they get it back. Marshall gets it back. Touch pass for Messenberg. A shot and a glove save. Look at this quick setup in transition. You'll notice the first feed went through the legs of Messenberg, cleared but not out. They find a man in front. That's a nice feed there as he drew traffic, did Marshall. And he just gifted it over to Messenberg, who let a quick shot go right into the midsection. For now, what's the Red Knights' 50th shot on goal here today? Ooh, off the end boards. Aaron Holz plays that one through. Red Knights, Schweitzer. Played off to the side of the net. Mortensen is there. Guided around for Doms. It's going to be stopped at the line. Here come the Red Knights. It's Schweitzer again. Schweitzer controls, feeds that one through. Woodford is there on the forecheck, but that's fought off by the Cougars with Aaron Holz across the line. Nice blocker pad save. Now there's a shot that misses the mark by Griffin Ludke as they'll try to play this one. Novak to the corner. Woodford is there, Malinsky and Woodford. Now the Red Knights, Foley, will be content to find an opening and flip this one into Red Knight territory. They say no on the icing. And here they come back in across the line. Conley in on the forecheck. Asher Conley comes away with it as he's bothered on the play. Oh, there's a backhand attempt. They try to chop this one through. That stopped. Rebound. And no, Dahlmeyer keeps it out once again. Watch this scramble attempt here. Conley in to take the face-off. Face-off controlled by the Cougars as they look ahead. That one's deflected off a Cougar stick. Miller on the forecheck gets some help with Bakke, who comes out of the corner, looks in front. Like was there to help defend and defense in his own zone. He's stopped by Tanner Ludke. Now it's going to be Callahan with it. Bakke tries to swim through Conley. They battle for the loose puck. Now it's up to the line. There's a wrister that misses the mark. Like over. Malinsky plays this behind the net. Tanner Ludke on it, checked by Callahan. And now the Red Knights will try to work it out of the zone. That's Conley to guide it along to Geertz. He had to wait for it. Threw it to the line. That's held in over to the near boards. Malinsky launched the Karam back into center. And off goes Dahlmeyer. They're going to pull the goalie with 5:17 left, down by 3, going for it. Is Yanni Kivi? Oh, is it? There's a delayed penalty, and the goal stick was stuck in the board there. I thought I didn't see the delayed penalty, and I'm like, oh my gosh, they're going for the goalie pull right now. Sarsland hits the penalty box, and we know the power play has been really solid here this weekend for the Cougars, so they get to employ it once again here against the Red Knights. Starts with a face-off win. They get it. Griffin Ludke's shot deflected by Aaron Holz wide of the mark. Foley with the big reach and strength swings it around to the near boards. Chopped to center ice as Malinsky will regroup up high in his own zone. Ulrich across the line, played down by Foley as he turns and throws that one back into Cougar territory. Dahlmeyer plays for Griffin Ludke as he's going to play to the right wing side for Ulrich. Now Malinsky follows through to the corner, puts on the brakes and tries to protect. Foley is there, make that Schweitzer to give out them some trouble. Now Novak. Novak gets it back. He walks to the left wing side. Ellings is there. Back up to the line it goes. Bumped in deep. There's a quick shot that's blocked. Now it's Griffin Ludke. Finds Malinsky. And now they'll control Griffin Ludke. Oh, he makes a quick move at the line, and Malinsky or someone was caught in offside. 38 to go in the power play, 3:51 to go in the period. 5-2 Red Knights as the score reads, and this has really been the story here. 51-11 are your shots on goal for the Red Knights. It was 2-2 after one. They had a big shot on goal a margin there. It only allowed 5 shots over the course of the next period, and almost plus here. It's been 6 shots combined in the second and the third period for the Cougars. And, you know, I mean, obviously we know shots on goal aren't everything, as we always like to say, but they are indicative of who has the puck and who's putting them on. Limestone will guide it around with 17 seconds. Ooh, shallow angle opportunity there. Puck will be guided over for Geertsen. Chops at that one, finds an opening, sends it the length of the ice. Skating into this one is Bassan, rolling puck, gathers it in. Shallow angle, that went between the wickets, nearly found the back of the net. Dahlmeyer was there to shut the door. Now it's Bassan with it. Thompson, now they play over to the right side. Bakke across the line. His wrist shot was stopped by Callahan. And now it's up ice with Schweitzer. Schweitzer drop pass for Bischel. Heavy wrist shot turned aside. Now they got 51 on the board, but they've missed a couple shots here. It's more like 55 or 56. I'm kind of making it the story of the game here because why not? with 2:35 to go. Aaron Holes with it. Warner plays the body. Nice muscle play there by Schweitzer. Now Warner comes away with it. Stick save, turned aside. Nice job there by Dahlmeyer. He's been steadying influence here. Tyson was good in his start too as well. When you look at these Lakeville South Cougar goaltenders, Tyson entered this one at 4-0. And it was Dahlmeyer at 3-1. Icing will be your call. Comes Marshall. Gets wrapped up, but they're going to let that one go late in the game, in on goal. As that was stopped and held on to again by Dahlmeyer with 1:48 to go in the period. So the Cougars want to take a timeout with $1:48 remaining here in the third period. Down by a score of 5-2. No scoring here in this third period. Been a lot of opportunities and a lot of whistles here in this third stanza, no question. And don't forget, coming up at 2:30, we have our next game for you here at the mnhockey.tv. Our schedule continues to roll. We've got some good games coming up next week as well. We're also, we've embarked upon our relationship with Minnesota Hockey, where we're going to be streaming. We started last week on Sunday. We did the Girls 8U Mite Jamboree. No play-by-play. From the XL Energy Center, we just basically had the cameras rolling on 2 half-ice games. It was great. And we're going to do it again for the boys at the same age level on Monday, this upcoming Monday. Monday afternoon, we're also going to have a series of youth hockey playoff games, which will consist of the Dyna Invitational Tournament. We'll have the championship games and the third place games on Monday, which will feature the Bantam B1, Pee Wee Single A, and Pee Wee B1. Both on Braemar West and Braemar South. Patrick Lilia will be on the call on the third place games. Yours truly will have the championship games. And then we're going to reset that same setup again on Wednesday, where it will be Bantam AA, Bantam A, and Pee Wee AA of the same tournament. Championship and third place games as well. And as we mentioned with Minnesota Hockey, we will be streaming pretty much everything from Minnesota Hockey for you on the mnhockey.tv. Don't forget, we're putting up our cameras very quickly across rinks in the metro area, where we're creating a one-stop shop for you to watch all youth, regular season, summer AAA hockey, spring, fall, HP stuff, you name it. State tournaments, local association tournaments, high school hockey turned aside. As much as we possibly can, we're putting together for you into one network right here at the mnhockey.tv, this being year 2. There's an empty netter. Sauced on the backhand, and that makes it 6-2. That was a nice little touch there. Adam Marshall launched the backhand, took some air with it too, and it just dropped right on the ice and found the back of the net. Marshall with goal number 8 on the season. His second of the Classic. Malinsky, who goes up high, an awkward save made there by Limesand as he had to fight it off. Mortensen turns away from traffic out of the corner. Here he comes up ice, leaves to Conley on the left wing. Ulrich will play that behind, hard around. 56 to go as it was cut off by Limesand. Ben Thompson for Conley. Across the line, keeps his feet moving to the corner, stays on it, goes for a ride, and down to the ice he goes, but somehow stays with the puck and gets some help. Mortensen's been huge. There's a wrist shot that hit Geertsen right in the backside. Now it's going to be Ulrich who plays that one rink wide. 31 to go in the period. Across the line come the Cougars. Novak shot deflects up off the glass. Mortensen comes away with it, looks to his right wing. Geertsen off the stick of Conley. Now 20 to go in the period. Ulrich will be content to dump that one in and head to the bench. Here comes Miller on the forecheck. Like plays over the near side for Will Thompson. That's cut off by Aaron Holes as he'll walk it down low with 6 to go in the period. We're going to wind it out to the right wing boards. Puck sits free, 2-1. That's going to do it. Red Knights with a solid win. Their second in a row here at the Tradition in the Park Holiday Classic, as they were convincing in their effort. 54-14 were your shots on goal. Your scoreboard 6-2. And the Red Knights now are winners of 2 in a row after having a tough spell leading into this, where they were 1-2-2. Ken Pauley wanted to see this weekend become a place where things could go in the way that he felt his club was capable of doing, and they did just that. Coming up tomorrow for the Lakeville South Cougars, who got off to that great start with a 6-0 win over the Elk River Elks. They'll close out their weekend with a game against the very formidable Maple Grove Crimson, another top 10 ranking matchup between those two teams. That one at 2:30 tomorrow afternoon. That's going to do it for this one. The final, the Red Knights 6 and Lakeville South 2. So long, everybody.